Most truck buyers choose an engine based on horsepower numbers printed on a window sticker. It is a reasonable place to start. But horsepower says nothing about which engines are quietly accumulating warranty claims by the tens of thousands, and which ones are still running strong, past 300,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes. The reason so many buyers end up disappointed is that the number that actually predicts long-term ownership cost almost never gets mentioned on the same sticker as the horsepower figure. Independent mechanic surveys, manufacturer technical service bulletin data, and long-term reliability tracking all point to the same 7 engines. When the question shifts from which one feels fastest to which one will still be running a decade from now without a 4-figure surprise. 3 of them are engines to specifically avoid, regardless of how good the rest of the truck looks. 4 of them are engines mechanics themselves seek out. We start with the worst of the 7. In the avoid category, first up is Ford's first-generation 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, offered in F-150 trucks primarily between 2011 and 2014, before Ford revised the design. The documented issue centers on the timing chain and its associated tensioners and guides, which can stretch and fail prematurely, in some cases as early as 80,000 miles, producing a rattling noise on cold start that gets progressively worse and, if ignored, can lead to complete engine failure. Repair costs for a full timing chain job on this engine frequently exceed $2,500, given the labor involved in accessing the front of the engine. Ford revised the timing chain components in later production years, meaning trucks built after roughly 2015 with the same displacement carry meaningfully improved reliability. But any first-generation example should be inspected specifically for cold start rattle before purchase. Next in the avoid category is General Motors' 5.3-liter V8, equipped with active fuel management. The cylinder deactivation system fitted across a large share of Silverado and Sierra production, from roughly 2007 through the mid-2010s. The system is designed to shut down half the cylinders under light load to save fuel. But on many examples, it causes excessive oil consumption, sometimes requiring a quart of oil every 1,000 miles, and in more severe cases, contributes to lifter failure that can cost over $1,500 to correct. Independent mechanics widely recommend either strict adherence to shortened oil change intervals to manage the consumption, or a permanent disable kit costing under $200 that eliminates the cylinder deactivation function and, according to many shops, actually improves the engine's long-term reliability at a minor fuel economy cost most owners never notice in daily driving. Rounding out the avoid category is Ram's 3-liter EcoDiesel V6, offered in the 1,500 lineup beginning in 2014. This engine has a documented pattern of connecting rod bearing failure, a serious internal engine problem that can occur with surprisingly little warning and typically requires a full engine replacement rather than a simple repair, with total costs frequently exceeding $8,000 when it happens outside of warranty coverage. Ram and the engine's manufacturer have made revisions across subsequent production years, and later versions of this engine show measurably fewer documented failures. But any EcoDiesel-equipped truck being considered for purchase should come with verified maintenance records showing consistent oil changes with the correct diesel-rated oil, since inadequate maintenance is frequently cited alongside the design issue itself as a contributing factor in documented failures. That covers the discouraging half of this list. What comes next is the encouraging half, and these 4 engines represent close to the opposite end of the reliability spectrum entirely. In the trust category, first up is Toyota's 3.5-liter V6, featuring dual injection technology, combining both direct and port fuel injection to address the carbon buildup concerns that affect direct injection-only engines over time. Used in the Tundra and Tacoma across recent generations, this engine has posted consistently strong reliability data in independent surveys, with the dual injection system specifically addressing one of the most common long-term maintenance concerns associated with modern turbocharged and direct injection engines. Owner-reported fault rates on Toyota trucks equipped with this engine remain among the lowest in the entire segment, and Toyota's broader reputation for engine longevity extends directly to this platform based on data collected so far. Next in the trust category is the Cummins 6.7-liter inline-six diesel, offered in Ram 2,500 and 3,500 trucks since 2007. This engine carries forward the reputation built by Cummins diesels across multiple prior generations, with commercial fleet operators regularly running these engines past 400,000 miles in continuous service and documented examples in personal use, routinely exceeding 250,000 miles with proper maintenance. The known maintenance items, EGR and DPF system attention on a proper schedule, are well understood by diesel specialists across Texas, and the underlying engine architecture beneath those emissions components has one of the strongest long-term track records of any diesel currently sold in America. Here is where the trust category includes an engine so new to the market that its long-term reputation is still being written in real time, yet the early data already looks remarkably strong. In the trust category, Ford's 7.3-liter V8, nicknamed Godzilla by owners and enthusiasts alike, was introduced in 2020 for Super Duty trucks and represents a deliberate return to mechanical simplicity. A naturally aspirated pushrod design without the turbocharging or complex direct injection systems that have caused documented issues on other modern engines covered in this list. Early reliability data and independent mechanic feedback have been overwhelmingly positive, with the engine's straightforward design making it easier and cheaper to diagnose and service than turbocharged alternatives, and its overbuilt internal components, originally intended to support significant aftermarket power increases, giving it substantial durability margin under normal use. And in the final spot of the trust category, General Motors' 6.6-liter Duramax diesel in its current L5P generation, offered in Silverado and Sierra heavy-duty trucks since 2017, has built a strong reliability reputation among diesel specialists and fleet operators who value its combination of power output and mechanical durability. Documented examples in both commercial and personal use have shown consistent reliability well past 200,000 miles, and independent diesel shops across Texas report notably fewer major failures on this generation compared to earlier Duramax iterations, reflecting several rounds of engineering refinement across multiple production years. Across all 7 of these engines, the pattern separating the avoid category from the trust category comes down to the same handful of variables every time. The 3 engines to avoid all introduced meaningful new complexity, whether cylinder deactivation, direct injection-only fuel delivery, or a smaller displacement diesel design. Faster than that complexity could be fully validated across a full ownership lifecycle. The 4 trust engines either avoided that complexity entirely through simpler, proven architecture, or specifically engineered around the failure modes that plague less carefully designed alternatives. None of this means every single EcoBoost, AFM-equipped Silverado, or EcoDiesel Ram will fail, and it does not guarantee every Godzilla or Duramax will run flawlessly forever. Engine reliability data describes probability across a large population of vehicles, not a certainty for any individual truck. But when the pattern is this consistent across independent mechanic surveys, manufacturer service bulletins, and long-term ownership tracking, it becomes one of the most useful pieces of information a buyer can have before signing paperwork on an engine they will be living with for the next decade. If this breakdown changed the way you look at what is actually under the hood, hit subscribe, drop a like, and share it with someone about to buy a truck based on horsepower alone. Comment below with which of these 7 engines surprised you most. The next hidden reliability breakdown is coming soon.